Happy New Year! My name is Jessica Johansson, in case you don't know, and this is my first ever year in review. So, I've collected a bunch of clips from January 1st, 2022 till today, and I'm gonna watch them and kind of just give you some thoughts and goals for next year, and we'll just see how it goes. Never done this before. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know. So our two babies that we sort of adopted in 2021 were Jedi and Tiger Lily. So they're both turning 2 in 2023, and in this video you can see them eating and Steve's all over them and Jedi's being sassy. So this was super cool because Jedi used to be terrified of people, and same with Tiger Lily. She was basically weaned, thrown in a trailer, dumped at an auction. So when we got her, she was untouchable, but food was the way to her heart, and now she's a pest and she's lovable and she's fabulous. Anyway, so Casey is that big Sabino gelding he's cantering up on, and this was right before Steve broke his ribs, so not the greatest part of 2022, but it forced me to step up and do a lot more of the first rides and stuff. So if you know us, Steve is what he calls the crash test dummy, and I like to do the fancier finishing them. Not that I'm fancy, but I like to do the gait training and that sort of thing. Steve really likes to work with the young horses. So, this isn't the horse he broke his ribs on, but, so I guess one of the great accomplishments of 2022 was partnering our close friend Amy with her new horse Marley. Marley is a 9-year-old black Tennessee Walker that we bought from a breeder in Manitoba, and she came out and rode in the winter. She sold her horse almost 2 years ago and hadn't really been riding, except for when she came to our place and we put her on one of our horses. And she started calling Marley Pops. At the time his name was Cash, and they just seemed to really click. So she rode him for a week and then she went back home, and then by springtime someone came to try him, but we decided it wasn't a good match, so we passed on the sale, and she bought him after that, and she went to 2 or 3 competitive trail rides with me this year. We took her to Poker Rally. Like, it was just amazing. She really found the horse of her dreams, and I'm so happy that we were able to kind of facilitate that for her. So that's probably one of the highlights of our year. I honestly think so. And it's been really cool that we get to watch their relationship grow, and you can just see when Marley's with Amy that he's like, yeah, that's my person. So it was just awesome. And you know, who doesn't love a clip of horses running around and playing? So a lot of these are young horses. I'm talking like there's at least 4 3-year-olds there, and some 6-year-olds, some 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. It's a young group. Yeah, Jack. You'll see some more of Jack. That horse really, he's one of my favorite horses. Unfortunately, it seems that the universe has determined I will not ever get to keep Jack, but I'm really grateful for the time I've spent with him. He's taught me a lot, especially gait-wise. In the past, probably would have been a horse I considered not gated, but he's so gated. And has actually taught me that I like working with trotty horses more than pacey horses. They are really easy to get to gait. I guess they just work well with my style, and so I've had a lot of fun growing Jack's gait this year and practicing my new technique with him. I also was able to finish up his program for excellence. We did, this next clip here is his gold, one of the clips I sent in for Canter. and with the Canadian Registry. And so he got his gold. He's finished his PFE. He's also gate certified with the Heritage Association. He's triple registered. He's just a cool horse. I'm gonna miss him, but he is going to a good friend of ours, actually his breeder and original owner. So she wants a good solid horse to ride, and the stars just lined up, and that's where he's gonna go. I was gonna keep him, but when she said that's the one she wanted, it just made sense, because I do have a lot of other horses that need my attention, and she's gonna give him that attention instead of me. So it was sad, but it's a happy sad. So one of the big highlights of 2022, another one I guess, was I got to ride Della for the first time. So Della is our first homegrown Tennessee Walker since we lost Saga. And that's a whole story on its own. He was with his new family when he passed away, but I always regretted selling him. I always wished I could get him back. So it was a bittersweet being able to ride Della for the first time, who's his half sister. So this is my big gelding, Magnus, and his gait was just phenomenal this year. He used to be really square, really trotty, and you just look at him, and he does this on a loose rein now. He's just, I could watch him all day. I tell Steve all the time he's lucky Magnus is a horse, because if he was a human, no, I'm just kidding, sort of. Anyways, I love this horse. He led my pack string this year. I can count on him all the time. You know, I joke he does come with a user manual. He's got some health issues and he's got some personality quirks. But if you can read his body language, like it's written all over him. He's one of the best horses I've ever had. Really lucky that he came into my life and then I got to keep him. I guess number 3 top 3 moment really should be number 1, but they're all awesome. We had the awesome, a very great foaling season. All our mares and foals are healthy, and we have our first mule. His name is Sedona. And this is one of the competitive trail rides I got to go to. I got to go to every single ride this year. How cool was that? And I rode with some super cool girlfriends. And of course, Steve tagged along for a couple rides too, which is always great. He fits right in with the girls. And this was the first ride of the year, Mount Up in the Mountains, and we had a blast. And we got to cross this super cool bridge. Never done anything like that before. Not to this, like, extreme size. And then the highlight of every year is our mountain trip. And so if you want to see the whole trip, there's an hour-long packing trip video, part of the Wilmore playlist. This is just a quick little video I made on my phone. That day we were riding up, trying to get to Rocky Pass. We didn't make it due to snow and fallen trees. But and here we were packing out of Big Graves, going back towards Eagle's Nest, and Magnus is leading the way. There's a little shot of what camp looks like. It was pouring rain when we got there. I was so cold, but it was one of those moments where you're so close to camp that you don't want to stop and untie your slicker. So, but we made camp in the rain, and this was also the place where Magnus got stuck in the bog, and we faced the very real possibility that he wasn't going to be coming home with us, but my friends really rallied together and helped me get him out. Actually, they made me the gopher and sent me running around so I wouldn't panic, I guess. I felt totally useless. My friends were all covered in mud, and he got yanked out by a quarter horse, and you know, Steve was basically swimming in bog to save him. But yeah, that was an interesting day. No one had ever seen a horse so deep in the muskeg before. He was up to his neck when we found him. Anyways, he's alive and healthy. Another great thing to be thankful for 2022. This is actually later that day because we were heading out of camp after we got him out of the bog. So this here is one of my dream horses. Her name is Frida. Actually, some of the money that the inheritance I got when my mom passed away, I bought this mare for a ridiculous amount of money. But I just love her to death. As she's 4 years old this year, so I worked on getting her program for excellence, and I was able to get bronze, silver, and gold with her. She is pregnant for 2023, so I was really motivated to get it done this year, since I probably won't be riding her much in her 5-year-old year. And I think after this, knock on wood, she foals out safely. I don't think I will breed her again. I've decided I just want to ride her and enjoy her. She's such a fabulous mare. So this is Steve. I just love his training style. He's riding Red. He's one of our 3-year-olds, will be 4 in 2023. Red just seemed really frustrated, didn't get the idea, like thought riding in the arena was stupid or something. But he loves to play in water. Like, he will go play in this pond on his own. So Steve thought, well, I'll just ride him in there. And yeah, there's Jag laying in the water. We've since lost Jag, so it's always kind of neat to see him pop up in the videos like that. He was a grand old dog. There's the Wizard again. This was a horse that was very pacey, and I had a lot of fun pushing myself to work him out of the pace and into a smooth gait using the Ivy Starnes method. And this was the poker rally we went to, the Willie Bronze ride, crossing the bridge that always seems to get the best of many people. Our group had no problem, but we've been here before in years past where it was backed up with like 15-20 riders, and we've seen people get ran over, knocked off the bridge, some interesting styles of horsemanship. It always seems to bring the best out in people. But so here's another example of one of the horses that we've raised. We got Sawyer when he was a year old. He is the half-brother to the foal that we lost, so when he came up for sale, I immediately bought him, and Steve bonded with him, which is funny because I love riding him, and Steve can kind of take it or leave it because Sawyer is so steady. He's not spooky. You could just hop on him and go. And his gait is really natural. He doesn't need a lot of work, a lot of help. And if you know anything about gaited horses, they're all different. Some are smoother, some are more natural in their gait, some need a little help, you know, and he's definitely more in the very natural. He's just a lovely horse to work with, so it was great to actually bond with him because I always found him really annoying on the ground. He's like, you know, I always thought he was kind of entitled. But he's actually a really sweet boy. And I think he's one of Steve's favorites. this is Steven Sawyer here. Like, he would just walk into the pasture several times and just hop on him and ride him home, and I just happened to be out there at the same time, and I was able to video it for him. All right, that's it. 2022 is done. I am ready for 2023. I have lots of goals. I always do, but you know, they grow and they change as things roll along. Right now, my goal is to hit every single CTR again. I want to ride in novice, which is a faster speed than I want to ride an intermediate, which is a faster speed than novice. Same distance, 25 miles. I want the 2023 pack trip to be the most epic ever. I would like Magnus not to get stuck in Muskeg. That would be fantastic. I've got some mares I want to breed, and I want to get a 3-horse gooseneck trailer. Please and thank you. Also, I would like to pass my copper exams. Very important. And my EMR course at the ESA. So, universe. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the videos we're putting out. I know we enjoy making them because it's riding, and that's our favorite thing to do. Becky. Anyways, you guys have a great New Year's. We'll see you next week.